Hey everyone, Arashi here back at with another upload, and first off, I'm going to actually apologize. I got really busy over the holidays, as you guys know, from people who are, outside the country. In the US, we celebrate something called Thanksgiving, and that pretty much completely took all my attention. So again, I apologize for the lack of activity on this channel recently, but before we get into this, I'm actually going to say thank you guys because we are on the road to 500 subs, and I really appreciate every single last one of you guys. But anyway, as you guys know, tonight we are going to see Star Wars Skeleton Crew. The first episode airs tonight at 9. So my expectations for this show is it to be more of just a fun adventure, kind of break from the mainline Star Wars. I honestly don't think it's going to be a show that's going to push the narrative of Star Wars forward any further. I don't think it's going to be a show that's going to completely change and tip the scales of Star Wars. But what I see it as is a nice adventure show, almost like a Stranger Things kind of vibe, where you see a lot of kids in this, so there's probably not going to be a lot of death and things along those lines. But ultimately, I think it's a nice break from mainline Star Wars. I mean, recently the show before this was Acolyte, and we all know how bad and how horrible I think that show was. So I think this will offer a nice break from the normal Star Wars that we're used to right now. I mean, right now we're, as I said, we're at Star Wars at its possibly its lowest point ever. So hopefully this show, Skeleton Crew, can just bring in a nice little vibe, something that we can all just vibe and listen to and, watch and enjoy every single last episode. So personally, I recommend when you go into watching Star Wars Skeleton Crew, don't expect a lot from it. I mean, obviously the vibe of the show is more, friendly, not necessarily more of an adventure, not necessarily pushing the normal Star Wars that we have. So please just go into it with a bit of an open mind. I mean, I am, and of course, if it's bad, I'm going to give my critiques on it. I will be here tomorrow morning to give my critiques on it. And if it's good, then, I'll give it its flowers. I'll let everybody know that it's a pretty decent episode, and we'll continue to watch from there, and I'll continue to review it from there. And if you guys don't feel like necessarily watching it, just tune in to me every single last week, and I will review the entire show for you and pretty much give a whole synopsis. In other news, we also have a Star Wars movie that has been removed from the 2026 window, and quite frankly, I'm getting quite tired of this. Disney just keeps announcing Star Wars projects. It also goes on for other shows as well, but they announce Star Wars projects and all of a sudden nothing happens with it, and then 4 years later, all of a sudden it's canceled or it's just in development hell and we don't know what's going on with it. Disney, I cannot begin to express how annoying this is to us fans. Honestly, I'm at the point where when Disney announces something Star Wars related, you almost have to take it for a grain of salt because there's a high chance that nothing's going to come from it. At this point, Disney, just announce a movie or TV show when it has a full script and you have actors casted and everything along those lines and they've begun filming. At that point, then announce it. Don't just keep announcing things and then just all of a sudden dropping it off at some point or leaving it in development hell and we don't even necessarily know what's going on with it. Because most fans of Star Wars don't really care about Disney at this point anyway. A lot of fans are turned off from Star Wars, and when you keep doing this, it just turns people off even further, and you just keep digging yourself into a deeper and deeper hole. Fans of Star Wars just want good Star Wars. That's all that fans care about, is good and great Star Wars stories coming out of Disney. But we all know that we haven't necessarily had that recently, and fans starting to get fed up. So next time, honestly, just when it's in development, don't even announce it. Just wait until it's almost ready to be fully produced and done, and then go ahead and announce it. And it's not just happening to the movies and shows, it's also happening to the games as well. Remember SWTOR was announced a long time ago? Yeah, me too, I remember that. It was about 4 or 5 years ago, so we had no news on it since. They said it's still in active development, but where is it at this point? Honestly, it's been 5 years. And it's not like it's a full-blown remake, it's just they're pretty much using the same old assets and putting a new game, just bringing it up to with current graphics and current combat and all that stuff. So it shouldn't really take over 5 years in order to get done. And just a bonus note, I honestly hope that the Force Unleashed games are coming back. I really do. I mean, even if they stay as Legends, I really do hope they come back. It would be one of the most cool games of all time in Star Wars history. I mean, Force Unleashed to me is one of the best Star Wars games of all time. So hopefully Force Unleashed does come back. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. As I said, I will be here tomorrow morning to review Skeleton Crew and the episodes that are coming out tonight. But anyway, may the Force be with you. And as always, have a great rest of your day.